It is a tight race that features a rematch from 2008.
Tonight, political reporter Rick Albin introduces us to the men running for Congress in the 7th Congressional District.
Decision 2010, just a few days now before you go to the polls. There are a lot of races to talk about, including the 7th Congressional. This is Eaton and Jackson and Calhoun counties and others to the south and east. This seat has turned over every 2 years in the past several. Right now, freshman Democrat Mark Schauer is running for re-election against Tim Walberg, the man that he beat just 2 years ago. Also in this race are 3 third-party candidates, including the U.S. Taxpayer Party candidate, Scott Ogney, the Green Party candidate, Richard Wunsch, and the Libertarian, Greg Merrill. We talked to all 5 of these candidates about running in District 7.
Last time around, it was a race where we saw Barack Obama, Acorn, and sadly John McCain and his lackluster performance here in Michigan facilitate a victory by my opponent. And I think the people have had a chance now to see a 2-year record that he has, to look back on my 2-year record, which was night and day difference from what Mark Schauer has. And I don't care whether he's a liberal and votes like a liberal and then runs on a liberal, but now as he tries to run back to the center and appear as a fiscal conservative, I think the people have an opportunity to say there's only one in this race we can trust.
I am part of an effort to rebuild Michigan's economy, continue to focus on manufacturing, and stand up to policies that have outsourced our jobs. I'm on the President's Export Council and have said very clearly, while we need to create new export jobs, we can't lose as many or more due to unfair trade policies. And Tim Walberg thinks outsourcing is actually good for our economy, that we've gained jobs from NAFTA, that we've gained jobs from China. He's completely wrong, and I'm going to continue to stand up for Michigan manufacturing and for our economy.
We certainly are dealing with machines, the Democrats and Republicans both. And I have been campaigning for a year and a half, and I have encountered a lot of people that are disenchanted with both parties. What a lot of people are not aware of are the options, the choices available. And kudos to your station for giving third parties an opportunity to speak, and an opportunity for, more importantly, the constituents to see who we are and what we have to offer in terms of intangibles. Myself, I have not raised a lot of money, to be honest with you. I don't want to, because I want people to know this is what you're getting.
I think that we're in a time of turmoil and change. I think the Tea Party movement is a part of all that, expresses the deep dissatisfaction and distrust that people have toward the government. I think that we are in a time of political change, and I think that both the Republican Party and the Democratic Party are failing to address the real issues, the real problems. Personally, I don't think we're going to change any of the problems we have until we balance the budget and pay down the debt.
Well, there are 3 pillars to my campaign. Number 1, I'm a staunch supporter of the fair tax. The fair tax, we want to create an environment here in Michigan to bring jobs to Michigan. Well, the fair tax will enable us to do that. It would be the biggest transfer of power from the government to the people since the Revolutionary War. A lot of career politicians know this, which is why many of them don't support it. To Walberg's credit, he is a supporter of the fair tax.
This has been a really hotly contested race, particularly between the Democrat and Republican. We're going to continue to watch this. You know, we just had new poll numbers recently that showed it's still a very close race, particularly when you figure in the margin of error. So this is one of those races we'll be watching very closely on election night. Between now and then, if you want to find out more about the 7th Congressional race or any of the races in West Michigan, go to michigan.onpolitics.com. That's where you'll find all kinds of answers to questionnaires and more posts from the candidates. It's michigan.onpolitics.com, or you can link through woodtv.com to get all the information you need in Decision 2010.